Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So there's many things that have been talked about like a few weeks now. So here is a nice little web up of all of the Spidey news that you guys most likely came here for. Number one is that Spider-Man is on the set of Doctor Strange. Yeah, so for some reason, Spider-Man actually was seen, well, Tom Holland was seen on the set of Doctor Strange. Do I have any idea why? Not really. There's some who actually say, oh, it's because he lives in England, and since he lives in England, well, why not have a nice little pop in? But of course, the other thing is like, but you do have to admit though, how exactly did he even know that Doctor Strange was? Yeah, where's the location and stuff? That's kind of like a weird. That does make weird sense of. Anyways, other ideas is just the fact of the other talk. The fact of in the other storyline, you do have Doctor Strange making a cameo, but he was only there to tell him that, yeah, I can't help you. And of course, in the other storyline, if they do plan to change it, that means that Black Panther will not be the one who talks about totems, like spider totems, panther totems. But on the other hand, I don't think they most likely will even have that involved. So I think we're good to go. But the other is just one little nice little throw in to talk about. So next is in Amazing Spider-Man 2, which apparently is not Amazing Spider-Man 2. Sadly, when it comes to comic book casts, which I kind of listened to them, they were the ones who was like Amazing Spider-Man 2. He was mentioned, which was, it turns out that he made a mistake. He meant to say Spider-Man 2. And in Spider-Man 2, which I also talk about that in a few videos, is that Doctor Strange was mentioned in there saying that the name was taken. One thing I kind of was digging into is just the fact of they were planning on making a movie on Doctor Strange, and that was like a secret nod to say, let's do this. And sadly, something must have happened where they couldn't actually release Doctor Strange. So, Doctor Strange is hard to actually release. In the 70s, they were trying to make a Doctor Strange TV show. They had a TV event, a movie event, and they tried it, but it failed horribly. And that's why the TV series doesn't even exist, is because it was too weird for everyone to actually enjoy. But still, yeah, Spider-Man 2, everyone says like in the Raimi universe and in the newer universe as well that got canceled previously. In the Raimi universe, Spider-Man was not alone. I keep on telling you guys that, is that Spider-Man was not alone. Doctor Strange was there too. It's just that they never were able to actually get Doctor Strange to appear. That's just the thing. It's like, well, he's there. It's just that we never actually got to see him. And besides, I mean, come on. You have Green Goblin. You had Dr. Rock. I'm not going to even mention the ones that's in the third movie. Does that really incorporate Doctor Strange to come there and say, oh, dude, I need to help you out? Not really. Not really. So, it makes sense. Chances are I bet Spider-Man would have made a cameo in Doctor Strange like he is right now, but I think that's most likely what will happen is that Spider-Man would have helped Doctor Strange instead of vice versa. All right, next up is that there is a 2006 2007 placement. And of course, he said 2017 2019. Well, hopefully I said it right. If not, oopsies. But, anyways, so the idea was just the fact of since he does have a placement that he needs to be placed in 2016, it is the Civil War. In 2017, it's Doctor Strange, and then his movie comes in. He needs two cameos. So that is where they're going to maybe place him. And one person just said that maybe it's just Spider-Man swinging by Doctor Strange's place. That's it. So it's like an Easter egg where you actually see Spider-Man swinging from a window. So we have to keep our eyes peeled, but that's just a nice little maybe. We don't really know for sure his role in Doctor Strange if he has one. Chances are it could just be a cameo where it's like you have to make sure. Kind of like that messed up fake Age of Ultron ends credits. It might be something like that, but even less than that. Which would be interesting if they did kind of do one. Is like Marvel knows about that, and then they decide in another movie they decide to actually do that exact same skit, which that would be funny if they would straight up take that from them. That would be so funny, and they're gonna be like, "Holy frick!" And I guess the funniest part of it all has to be the fact of they took your idea, but they didn't even pay you for it, which that is called a big, awesome gut punch in the face. Anyways, let's continue on. So there's no dark and grittiness, of course. Spider-Man is no dark and grittiness in this new franchise. And of course, like I said previously, but apparently it has to be repeated over and over again, is that John Hughes, that's what they're aiming for. They're aiming for a movie that is, well, a franchise is aimed to be like John Hughes's movies, like Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Last but not least is there is no clue on the Civil War. Yeah, Tom Holland does not know what exactly is going on in the Civil War whatsoever. So he's out of the loop. So, and you'll figure that because he has like a little bit of a role. He doesn't really have like a major role. I think he fights and then he fights and he fights. So, I think we get to see his home in Civil War. We get to see him fight in that battle of Captain America versus Iron Man. And we also get to see him fight against Baron Zemo. I think that's about it. Maybe even 2 more scenes than that. Other than that, I don't think he actually will be in the movie like completely. So it's kind of like the Vision, I bet. So chances are they wouldn't really tell him anything, and that's about it. Last but not least is the Lego Spider-Man movie, or the animated movie of Spider-Man, has been delayed. Now they're moving it from where it was once to 6 months later. Yeah, so now it's 6 months later is going to be released. I guess the 2 guys who actually have been awesome and been doing lots of good stuff from Lego movie and everything else, well, they're on high demand, meaning that the project that they already had signed on for deserves to be delayed because technically, yeah, where's your priorities? But whatever. We don't know. All I can tell you is just the same thing that lots of people can tell you, is that it's not going to be canon to the whole MCU universe. It's kind of like what's going on with Vixen over there at CW, which, that's weird. They only have 5 episodes of Vixen? That's kind of weird. But either way, so yeah, this is just going to be a one-off of itself. So they can have fun with it, and hopefully it'll be something very, very good. All I can tell you is that since Disney is working with Greg Weisman, put him in there too. Anyways, I'm webbing out. Tell me what you guys think about this. Peace.